Hey guys, MuJK here. Just wanted to make a vlog type of video, and this is going to be kind of boring for most people, but just wanted to thank all my viewers and subscribers. I'm actually getting my first check from Google AdSense or whatever for like ever. I didn't run ads for the longest time on my channel. I mean, I was too small anyway, but I decided to turn it on at some point just because I figured, a little bit of pocket change wouldn't hurt, especially as far as, continuing to play these games and pull and things like that because I know people like summons and pulls all the time. So I'm getting my first check from them. Very stoked about that. And I just, when I saw that number, I was just, reminded of how lucky I am to have the support that I do. I'm not a big channel, but I never really intended to be, or that's not really my goal. My goal has always been to just, do what I enjoy. Um, if I help anybody along the way, that's great. Especially early on in Brave Exvius, I was kind of, I guess I was one of the few that was trying to make tutorials and stuff early on. But nowadays, there's just so much good content out there. There's so many good content creators. Like, there's like Ziz, Clake, all these other people. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna even try to rattle them off my head. Evil Laughter 101, those kinds of people. There's so many good content creators now that I feel like I'm no longer really needed. But I'm just here because, not because I feel like people need me, but just because I enjoy it myself. So that's why I keep making videos. I do know that some people prefer or, tend to enjoy my brand of just chill content and videos, and that's great. Uh, I've definitely gone through some rough patches in this process of like, volume not being correct and video editing being really spotty and bad, but you guys have stuck through with that and really appreciate that. I'm just gonna do like a whole bunch of random stuff in the background. Don't mind this. Just giving me an excuse to talk as I do stuff. So I guess I'll just do like an imaginary question and answer session. The first question that I'll ask myself and pretend that people were asking me is what games do I play currently? And I think the two top ones are pretty obvious. I do play Brave Exvius still, obviously. I probably always will for the next however long. By the way, look at my arena medals, 6,500. I just haven't bothered to exchange all these because I don't want a bunch of crap in my what is that, the thing where I have to claim the inventory and then I don't have like, unit space for all those little cactuars and things like that. But maybe I should go ahead and do this in this video. What is this, batch exchange? Oh, wow. Did they just add that feature? Does this clear the board? Wait, why would I pay 1,000 if I've already cleared a couple here? I'm too curious. I have to do this. What does this do? Sweet. Wow, that was pretty awesome. Okay. I was actually really worried about all the effort I'd have to go through to claim all this crap, but this is a really cool feature. I never saw this before. Anyway, wow, that's really cool. So I am playing Brave Exvius and Sword Art Online Memory Defrag primarily. Maybe there's a little bit of a leaning towards Sword Art Online these days as far as my videos go. And that doesn't necessarily mean that I like that game more or anything like that. Quite honestly, it's just because there's more like fresh content and more stuff to talk about generally. So there's always like, something new to show. And there's a lot of banners and gotcha and stuff like that. But with Brave Exvius, it's like when there are updates and new things coming into the game, it's generally more of a big deal, and it's kind of like, oh, we finally, we've been waiting for this and it's finally here. But it's definitely less frequent, so that's why I don't make as much Brave Exvius content maybe as Sword Art Online, but I love them equally. And if anything, I'm definitely more invested in Brave Exvius, and this is kind of like what um, I don't know. I guess it kind of got me started or whatever. I was making record keeper videos for a while, but it's a little bit of a smaller community and tends to not be as I don't know, popular video wise. But I do still play Record Keeper, but to be quite honest, it's like maintenance mode. I kind of do the bare minimum. I try to clear the events, and I say try because like I never missed anything for like 2 years or something like whatever, however long I've been playing. But lately, I actually have missed a couple of the end bosses just because I haven't gotten to it, which is I know I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, but I can't quit that game because I do still enjoy it at times, and I've definitely invested a lot in that game, and um, it's still a good game, but it's just like I just can't figure out why they won't do like more of a variety of things. I mean, I know they have the multiplayer now. They have the torment dungeons, but every event, like for twice a week or however much they occur, is literally me auto battling at speed 5 for like the first 12 levels or 10 levels or whatever. It's just like it's brainless. And then there's like a couple fights at the end that are interesting. We have to actually think about what party you're going to use. And even then, it's like, you bring like a full breaker and a break, whatever breakdown. You bring a healer, you bring Protecka, Shelga, and then you bring like whatever OSB or BSB you have for that realm. And it's kind of like the same thing too. So I know that's because I'm at the end game and I've been at the end game for a while now, but I just feel like it's not like in the old days where like, oh, I can't wait for them to release, such and such character, or oh my gosh, they're coming out with Final Fantasy Tactics now, and Ramza and Shao, all this stuff was like so much more exciting. Now it's like, okay, who do they actually have left that they haven't released? It's a very small list. They even released Orlando, which is kind of cool. I mean, the only ones that I can think of that are kind of like remotely exciting are like Cloud of Darkness. I'm curious to see what she's like in the Record Keeper universe because the characters do look different sometimes compared to Brave Exvius. But yeah, I mean, I'm maintaining my account. I'm only doing one account as long as I can because I have invested so much in it. But I really do wish that they would mix it up a little bit more. And another reason why I don't show as much Brave Exvius content, quite honestly, and this isn't like to insult the game, but it's because like 80, 90% of the time I'm really like just doing Trustmaster farming. Like that's really what I'm doing most of the time in this game because I've cleared the levels, I've cleared the trial bosses and things like that. I mean, what else do I have to do other than to just farm Trustmaster rewards? Oh my gosh, when am I gonna collect all this stuff? This is crazy. This is exactly what I was afraid of. Um, yeah, so I'm not gonna do that right now, but um, yeah, but anyway, my point of this video was to thank you guys for your support. I mean, there are a few people out there who will like be really critical, and I've noticed that especially in the Sword Art Online community, for whatever reason, there just seems to be a lot more people who are critical or will thumb your video down and stuff like that. But I know that to this point, I've actually been pretty lucky as far as not having too many haters and trolls and things like that. Maybe because I'm not big enough. When you're like much bigger and you have like 10,000 subscribers and or whatever, you tend to attract more trolls and haters. So I've been lucky in that regard, and like literally 100% of the people who are really critical and mean are people who don't make content themselves. So they basically hide behind a YouTube alias. They criticize other people, and they can't get criticized back because they don't do anything for themselves. So I don't take those guys too seriously. I actually blocked a couple people because I just felt like no matter what I responded or tried to explain to them, they were just like trolling. So I was like, okay, these guys are never going to be productive commenters. They're not going to bring anything useful to my videos or to the comment section. So I just, don't bother anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Just make sure that, guys realize that I appreciate you guys. Let me go ahead and switch over actually to the menu here. Oh, yikes. Alright, so I have started a JP account on my other emulator. And this is just, not going to take it too seriously, but It's always fun to scout, and the more accounts you have, the more you can scout. But I realize I'm like spreading myself thin here. The first character that I pulled was a 4-star, and it was actually this um, black swordsman Kirito, which is kind of cool because I've literally never used him before in global. I just never really had him, or if I did get him, I got him like way after like he was kind of obsolete. So how many do I have? Okay, so I have a ways to go before I'm gonna really summon hardcore on this video or this account. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry, had a little technical difficulty there. Um, this is my JP account, by the way. I don't know where I'm gonna cut this in, but just a little bit of info on me, I guess. For those who don't know, I'm sure some of my longtime viewers know all this stuff, but um, I think part of the reason why I sound so tired and stuff all the time is quite honestly because I am tired. I dealt with a lot of like illnesses and stuff in the past year, and nothing serious, but it was like laryngitis. I lost my voice for a while, and then I've gotten a lot of colds because my two boys actually entered daycare this year, and with daycare comes a lot of germs. Yes, I do have boys. I'm married to a beautiful wife, and I have two young boys. One is 3 or almost 3. One is oh, more, his first birthday was a couple months ago. So that's why I'm tired really, because I can never ever sleep through the night or sleep in like I want to. I literally haven't slept in for like years. So that's part of the reason why I'm tired. But sometimes maybe it doesn't hurt me too bad because I'm kind of like a chill, laid back person anyway. Um, but anyway, yeah, I fit in all my gaming and stuff in like really smart moments, I think. I try to fit it in without it interfering with my family life. Sometimes I will pull, like in the mornings while I'm watching the kids, and you'll hear my, especially my younger one, make like little noises and stuff in the background. But um, yeah, I find little sneaky ways to make these videos, and that's part of the reason also why I don't have time to do all this fancy editing and um, reshooting things and stuff like that. I just basically get it out while I can. So you'll never see me have like really high production value. Excuse me. Okay, I'm losing my voice here, so I'm gonna stop talking now because I've just never been 100% health-wise recently. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for all your support. I hope this video was like not too boring. I felt like I needed to make just like one of them at some point so that I can kind of get some stuff off my chest and to explain some things because yeah, just because. So anyway, take care, and again, I appreciate all you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.